Hello, Internet. Tonight we're talking about how YouTube is making the comments and chats better for you. That's right. I'll get the countdown timer going, get some awesome jams happening, and I will always have a hot mic, and I'll catch you on the other side. My buttons are in different locations. The streaming studio number 2.
What you think about when you're born into a fire? Let them burn it out. Sell them to the richest buyer. They wanna let the world decay. They tell us lies and fade away, fade away. We feel betrayed. We were raised to lose the race. Wake at the back of the pack, kill it anyway. Listen up now, because we're never dropping out. Beat the odds, beat the big house. Our brains are bigger than the doubt. We've been thinking for ourselves, never let the truth fade away. This is bigger than ourselves, we won't let the world burn away, burn away. We feel betrayed. We were raised to lose the race. Wake at the back of the pack, kill it anyway. To blame, haters face the world's mistakes. Wake at the back of the pack, kill it
Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome, everyone. My name is Matt Haas. This is the All Things YouTube live show coming at you from my second streaming studio, aka the second bedroom in my home. But it's a what's that? That's the first streaming studio. I do this so I can see the flashing audio on the Rodecaster Pro. But hey, I've got lots of buttons to push over here, and all the buttons are in different locations, but that's totally okay. Let's see who we have in the house. We have Marilyn W. with the Purple Hearts. Welcome back to the channel. There's Robin's Buys and DIYs. I'm late, just got off work, so I'll catch you after. No worries. Love Audio Production is here. That's Mr. Paul Weber. This might look familiar. He created that. He likes audio over there on Love Audio Production. I shouldn't say he likes audio. He loves audio. It's in the name. Spirit Throw Me a Bone Live. Welcome back. Harneal Media. It's Mr. Steve Nealon, ladies and gentlemen. And Portal Woodworks says howdy. That's Mr. David Jones. Good to have everyone here. I love you all. All right, so let's see what we got going on. Oh, we do have the Stream Elements tip happening. For every $1 you tip, I will hit the hype button. Unfortunately, the hype button is in the first office, so if someone tips me, you will force me to get up out of my chair and walk to the second studio. Also, the all things buy me a coffee, buymeacoffee.com/all things. That will also trigger the hype button. And both this and Buy Me a Coffee, you get your name flashed on screen with a sound. And the Stream Elements tips, get your name right here. Any amount will overtake this person on the interface, and you can stay there for as long as no one tips over top of you. It's the latest tipper. Want to beat this one? More than that dollar amount, you get the top 30-day spot, but that's a lot of fun. I do have some patrons. Let's take a look at that. Top patrons, Jerry Brown from Polly Wants a Crafter, Love Audio Production. He's here tonight. Say hi to Paul. Shalalala Productions, The Venture Forward, Driveway Workshop, and Enjoy Jacks. Thank you for being top patrons. Quick paid ad, The Venture Forward. That is a show about recovery. The host, John Venturini, is a super entertaining guy, and he knows his stuff. If you're dealing with that, or if you know someone who is, check it out. He might have something for you over there. Other patrons, Harneal Media, Wit Profit, and Rich Vibes. There's some $1 patrons. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I can't clear everything. I'm pushing the buttons. It's not working. Oh, boy. This is going to be bad. Okay, that's gone. That's gone. So many buttons. Oh, how do you create your own URL using Buy Me a Coffee, please? All right. Well, there's the easy way. Buy Me a Coffee, you get a screen name. And if you enter a screen name, it's buymeacoffee.com/ and then your screen name. My screen name is All Things, ALLTHINGS, and that's a URL. But if you want a super custom URL, like allthingsyoutube.com/coffee, you can set that up on your web server. And the way I do it, and we have a web expert here, Harneal Media. He might be able to chime in, but the way I do it is hard. So what I'll do is I'll make a folder called Coffee on allthingsyoutube.com, and then in the folder I'll put index.php, and on the index.php I will make a forwarding call to https:// buymeacoffee.com/all things. So in other words, when you load this index page, and any page that's called index is just going to load automatically. So all you have to do is hit the folder coffee. So allthingsyoutube.com/folder coffee. And then you don't have to type in index.php, or you don't have to do anything like that, because index means it'll just load. And then that does a 0-second forward. And that's how I do it. That's how I do it. You can go on Linktree. Like, there's other services that'll let you do that. And you can see that over here in the store. Let me show you the store. Not that. Where's my store? This one. So you see how I have allthingsyoutube.com/icon. allthingsyoutube.com/icon really takes you. Oh, let me fix this. One moment. Gotta fix this. There we go. So if I type this in, let me see if I can do this. This is hard to do on the second streaming studio, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go. So I'll type in allthingsyoutube.com/ICON. Okay. Let me make sure that's right. Yeah, that looks right to me. So once I hit that, you'll see one little strip of type fly up on a white screen. There it is. It's just, and then it forwards. And then look where it forwards to. It forwards to, what was that? I don't know what that is. Hold on. There. So that is the weird URL that I want. Now, if I were to put that on screen, that's very hard for people to type in, because they're like, is that a 0? Is it a capital O? You know, it can get kind of weird doing that. So that's the way I do it. Boy, that was quite the explanation. But I have web development chops, and that's the way I do it. If you're using Wix or Squarespace, I'm sure there's ways that you can drop in code, and the code would be a forwarding, like a redirect. It's like a redirect string. That's how I do it with the slashes. You can redirect entire domains. Like I could go to my domain registrar and do coffee.allthingsyoutube.com. Now notice the custom parts on the front of that, coffee. That you would enter a new subdomain, and then you would forward the subdomain to that weird, funky PayHip URL or weird, funky buy me a coffee URL. It's kind of in the weeds tech stuff. Paul, if you want to get with me after the show, or if you want to post the question here in my Facebook group, I can expand on it there as well. So there's options for you. John Venturini is here. He's saying, push all the buttons. Man, I'm trying. He says, yeah, mine just shows a load of jumbled up numbers and letters, Matt. Yeah. Thanks for the explanation. This is especially true for your YouTube short name, because I have youtube.com/allthingsyoutube. And that you can do, I think, after you get 100 subscribers. They'll let you customize one time only customization of your YouTube name. But the full YouTube channel is actually a whole string of gobbledygook. Here, let me show you. Well, this is probably an example right here. You look at Spirit Throw Me a Bone. Like, that is the formal name of the channel. And I can even go to... See, that's the name. Well, it did. Okay. It did default to the customized one, but that's really not my true channel name. My true channel name is yeah, I'll show you. Go to settings and go to, one moment. I'm pushing some buttons here. Ah. Okay. See what we got. Okay, one moment. This is really hard to do from a remote studio. I think it's here. Oh yeah, advanced. Okay. I'm getting there. I'm getting there. Hold on. Somewhere in here it'll tell you exactly what the well, that's not it. Exactly what the formal channel name URL is. Change status and features. View advanced set. That's it right there. So that's the actual channel. So if you go to youtube.com/thisgobbledygook, that's all things YouTube. But as you can see, I've renamed that. So that's that. Keep the questions coming. I have open Q&A all night long. Is this a superstar in the house? Sammy Superstar, ladies and gentlemen. This guy's going places. He's going to be a big, big superstar. Actually, he kind of already is. Okay, so let's talk about comments. All right, I got this for you. Check this out. So YouTube is going to start surfacing when you, as a commenter, or other commenters, other users, start putting comments on the system that aren't good comments, that are against community guidelines. So if you put nasty or inappropriate comments often, we don't know the threshold, but if you're like a repeat offender, you're going to get this. And they're going to say, look, you're not acting right, and that bullet will change based on what type of violation you've done, and it's just going to warn you, okay? Well, if you don't do anything and you keep being a bad actor, then they're going to do this. And they're like, oh, you're in timeout. So they're going to stop you from posting comments for 24 hours. Now, prior to this, they weren't doing jack squat about it. So people would enter comments. YouTubers would flag the comments or report them as spam or report them as breaking community guidelines. And then the comment would go away, but the commenter never got any feedback. That's bad. Not getting feedback is bad because then the person doesn't know there was any consequence to their action. Well, now that they're going to start pushing these nasty grams, for lack of a better word, at least people are going to know, oh, YouTube is taking action on the things that I'm leaving on the platform. And maybe, cross your fingers, maybe they'll change their behavior. So that's what YouTube has going on here. So hopefully you never get to see these messages because your comments are always nice and rosy. But if you do tend to trip up or use a dumb keyword that's somehow flagged, you might run across this. And it's kind of interesting to see how the culture changes over time, because I know there was this one magazine, and the magazine was for dog breeders. And the name of the magazine had two terms that have very specific meaning, not inappropriate meanings to the dog breeding community. And it was studs and bitches. Those are formal terms, apparently. And since they had the B word as the name of the magazine, they had to change their whole marketing strategy because they weren't getting any traction. They couldn't buy Google AdWords, all their YouTube videos. So yeah, that's not a good name for a magazine. And this was admittedly years ago, but still. So maybe you use a word like that, and you're using it perfectly good in context, but they think it's bad. That's right. Love Audio Production is telling me after the show it's going to be super late. Super late. Sorry to take you down the rabbit hole. No, that's great. Keep the questions coming. And he's confirming he did give the customized URL to his YouTube channel name. That's good. Just buy me a coffee. I'd like to do it. Yeah, good. Yeah, I don't even have a custom URL for Buy Me a Coffee. I just keep it the same. buymeacoffee.com/allthings. Boom. That's all I need to do. Even the Stream Elements tip, it's streamelements.com/allthings YouTube/tip. Like, I haven't customized that one. I haven't customized that. That's right off of Patreon as well. But I mean, some of these other ones I have. My course is just at allthingsyoutube.com, but there is a button that takes you to not allthingsyoutube.com. My course is on Thinkific. And yeah, these are two custom URLs. allthingsyoutube.com/shop. That takes you to Teespring. allthingsyoutube.com/sticker. That takes you to payhip.com. That's my store. That I didn't shorten. Vids people watch. I'm on Twitter, everybody. I don't know why I'm there, but please give me a follow. Doing so will make me feel important. Don't you want to make me feel important? I think so. I've got stickers. If anyone wants a sticker, just let me know. Just say, Matt, I'll take a sticker, and let me know where I can mail it. I'll mail it anywhere in the world. I think that's this one. There he is. Yeah, I got stickers. Any questions on the YouTubes? Let me know. I have been super busy this week. Life's a little bit crazy. We got a new puppy in the house. Her name is Lilo. She is 4 pounds, soaking wet, and 10 weeks old now. Little Shih Tzu puppy. So cute. But that breed of dog demands attention. They are not, solitary creatures. They love attention. So what else is going on that you want answers to as far as YouTube, as far as analytics, as far as graphic design, as far as URL forwarding technologies? Drop it in the comments. I will let you know. Oh, my goodness. So I will start solving the Rubik's Cube until a question comes in. Ask me a question. What were some questions I got asked recently? I was helping some people through some things recently. Someone wanted Ecamm help. I help someone with some good Ecamm tips. I do like Ecamm. I am loving Ecamm more and more. This product is not standing still as far as features. And whatever anyone says about Ecamm, wait a month because it changes and gets better. Ecamm wasn't always in the shape that it is, but the pace that it gets better, I am really happy with. The new multi-streaming, the multi-stream feature that you can do completely in application, I think is spectacular. Speaking of that, I have one more month. At the end of October will be my last day as, I have no beef with this company. As a matter of fact, I like this company, and I recommend this company for a lot of people, and I continue to recommend it. Restream will be my last day on Restream. I have one more month of Restream, and I was able to cut Restream out of my business plan because I can Restream through Ecamm. I do have a link in the video description where you can get a 14-day free trial and then use my affiliate code. I'll catch a few pennies. Same price for you. For if you want to try Ecamm. Ecamm is streaming software for Mac. But man, I can't get over that feature. That feature is awesome. It wasn't perfect right out of the gate, but they had within 2 bug fix patches, they made it even better because when they first rolled out the feature of multi-streaming, once you scheduled it, it was locked in. Like it was set in stone. You couldn't make a change. You couldn't change the thumbnail. You couldn't change the title or description. You couldn't add or delete a destination. It was like once and done. That doesn't fly for me. It flies for most people. But I have one of my shows I do, I have a pretty unique use case. So I've kind of fought through it, stuck with it, and now you can make changes to scheduled streams, multi-stream sessions through Ecamm directly. So yeah, I will, and that's, again, I really like Restream, but that's $180 a year I'm going to save. And guess what? I could use $180 a year. That's for darn sure. Get your questions in the chat, and I will answer them. I will solve a Rubik's Cube while I'm waiting for a question. Don't be shy. What is on your mind? Oh, thank you so much. I do not have my thumbs up little sticker in here, but I appreciate that, Paul. Thumbs up are a free interaction you can do that helps the channel. It doesn't cost you a dime, and it helps me out. It's solved. Not quite. Oh. So what else is going on with the YouTubes? I mean, they're going pretty good. I can't get over just how easy it is to gain a worldwide audience through a platform like YouTube. And they let you do it for free. Do you know how expensive it is to stream video over the internet? It is not an inexpensive endeavor. But now, anyone can do it for free. Anyone could always do it for free. And I think it was really smart of YouTube to start planning to push down the super chats to channels who aren't monetized. That's coming in 2023. That's right. You will be able to not be monetized and still accept super chats and super stickers and other type of products. Now, you can't do the ad sharing, but if you step back and look at what YouTube is doing, they are continuing to be a good business partner to advertisers, but they have slowly built up other ways to earn revenue outside of the advertising community, because the more the advertising community had a monolith on the revenue of YouTube, the more the advertisers had control over what happens on the platform. Because if you make the advertisers mad, YouTube has to respond. YouTube has to make the advertisers happy. But as they start taking money in from super chats and super stickers and other things like memberships and YouTube Premium for what it's worth, then that lessens the impact that disgruntled advertisers have on the platform. And that's good. That's good for you as a YouTuber. You don't want to be on a platform where one constituent has all the say. YouTube's smart with that. Rick Canis here says, for my league, I struck with traditional markets mostly, but I took very few Sunbelt risks. I also put a team back in Quebec City as well. I'm not exactly sure what you're talking about. Oh, did I miss a comment here? If you were to do 32-team NHL from scratch, where would you put teams? Rick, I don't have an answer for you on that one. If you have a question about the YouTubes, do let me know, and I will answer it for you. All right, let's see what I got going on here. Okay, I think I got it now. I'm getting there. I'm getting close. If you have any questions about marketing, about graphic design, let me know. I can hook you up. Almost. Almost. There we go. All right. Well, I will continue to monitor the YouTubes and let you know what is happening on the YouTubes. And if you're not in my Facebook group, get in my Facebook group. That is a great way for you to ask questions. I answer questions the quickest there. I still have my course. There's 32 free lessons on how to be awesome on YouTube. Go get that. And I also do a show in the mornings, Monday through Friday, on this channel, Awesome Fun Things. And some Fridays I do this show with my host, Sandy Archer, the Super Terrific Awesome Show. Do check that out. What features would your ideal social media have? Oh, my ideal social media? Well, mostly and this isn't a feature, but a very large audience. Like I want to be in the biggest pool possible. I do like direct messages, so it should have a public-facing side and a direct message side. I do like ways to add additional context to posts, so like how you're feeling, location. Those are big features for that. I would also want a very light touch on what is allowed and what is not allowed. I lean towards free speech over censoring topics, whereas as long as it's legal, you're not breaking a law, and as long then good ideas and bad ideas should be freely expressed on social media, because the best thing for a bad idea is to let everyone see it and then counter it with the right information. So if someone's spouting off nonsense, don't hide the nonsense from the world. Let the nonsense exist so people know. People know. Don't you want to know? Don't you want to know which of your friends are awful? I do. Let them speak. Let them bury themselves. And so I would have a very light touch on action towards legal speech. So that would be a good thing to have. YouTube, for example, is a place where you can have speech that you might not like. Yeah, that's the way it is. I mean, I was an elected school director, and no matter what you did, half the community was mad at you. If you change the bus routes, half the people love the new routes, half the people hate the old route. Like there's no way around it. It's just the world we live in, and so that would be important to me. And video's good. You got to have video. If you're not doing video, what are you doing? Even the all photo services have added video to it. Marilyn's talking about the sign that I made in my shop. Thank you. I'm glad you like it. I have it strobing different colors in the background. And some of the colors aren't the right megahertz, so you'll see it kind of wobble. It's kind of weird. Yes, thank you. Excellent. I'm getting a link. No social media is cheap to run. Yeah, ain't that the truth? But yeah, pushing those new types of revenue sources in the hands, giving those revenue sources in the hands of YouTubers that aren't monetized is going to be a huge win. Anything to lessen the advertisers' influence on the platform, I think is good. Not that I'm a big hater of advertisers. I mean, I got nothing wrong with advertisers. I'm glad advertisers exist on YouTube. It's a huge source of revenue. But it's just like tech. When there's only one player in town, it's awful. Ma Bell with the telephone company. There was one telephone company. Awful. Once they democratized it, it got a lot better. Features, people were competing on features. There needs to be competition. Every time there's competition, stuff gets better. When there's no competition, it gets worse. Cell companies, as they start gobbling all up, as they start gobbling up all the competition, there's fewer and fewer cell companies. That's bad. That's bad for you as a consumer. Same thing with tech. There needs to be lots of tech companies. Now there's fewer and fewer, depending on what tech you're talking about. But so Yeah. Yeah. Lot to that angle for sure. For sure. All right, folks, listen, I'm going to sign off for the show. Follow me on all those places on my social media. I've got a link to Notion below. You can find everything that I'm doing on Notion. I also have links to everything on allthingsyoutube.com. That is my website. Go check that out. And thank you for being awesome. Do drop me a like if you haven't dropped me a like already. There's also a link to next week's show. So go ahead and hit that. Don't have it at my fingertips. And if you need help solving the Rubik's Cube, hey, I might have some tips for you. All right. I love you all. Go have awesome YouTube channels. Let me know your questions along the way. I'm here. I'm available. Take care, everyone. Bye.